that's always a test for us. That's the main thing we focus on and talk about coming into the season. Like you said, the teams in the NFC North have got so much better every year. It's a really good, division to be in. But the main thing is we won 1-5 in the division last year. So, we got a real test right there. But the guys we got in this locker room on this team, man, we got the guys to get it done. It's just about going out there and executing on them game days. But like you said, it's a tough division. It's going to be tough games. But, that's what we prepare for, and that's what we battle test for.
Josh, you want to add on to that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I done played against Mahomes. I done been against some guys, but I never knew how good this division was until I got in it. It's really a battle. I feel like we go against the best, and just being able to test ourselves on where we at, try to make as little amount of mistakes against those type of teams. They really like playoff games, so it's really a testament to see where we at as a team. And for me, man, I'll just try to bring my best.
You guys are going to be tested early out of the gates, too, with the division rival and the Lions coming to your place. I'm sure that's something you'll focus on a little bit later on. But will you try and not pick up where you left off, but you try and restart this season, right? I know things didn't go the way you wanted in the playoffs last year, losing to the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card round. What kind of mentality do you have to have for this year now?
It's a fresh start. It's a new slate, new season. It's that mindset, getting back to work, trying to get 1% better every day. Have that mindset to be your best every day, and the next day be even better than that. So focus on that, take it one day at a time. But it's a new season. We're excited about that, and kind of move on from last year.
I mean, every day I feel like I look at myself in the mirror, and I ask myself every day if I gave it, everything I had, because only you could really be honest with yourself. So for me, it's just about trying to push myself to the maximum ability that I can bring, and I try to encourage the guys to do the same.
And what I want to ask you guys is this, right? Last year was such an interesting year. Jordan gets hurt extremely early in the year. Malik comes in and plays well. But it was like I saw Matt LaFleur morph into a different coach every week based on the roster, the team you were playing, and what you guys needed. Jordan, talk a little bit about Matt's effect on yourself and your development and this offense.
Oh, Matt's been a huge part of my development personally. I mean, he's a guy that is, he's a quarterback coach. He's in the quarterback room with us every day, going through the offense and how we read these plays out, our footwork and everything. So he's been huge in my development. I think he's one of those gurus in the league. And as you said, his ability to understand what we're good at, and when I went down, what Malik's good at, what the offense can focus on, and kind of morph into another different offense was pretty cool to see. And, he's one of those guys, the whole coaching staff, their ability to just find out what the defense has been taking advantage of in other games and come out and run those things is pretty cool.
Josh, you come from the Raiders where, you led the league in rushing before, but you get here and you're into this new offense. How do you feel about the way Matt was able to not only incorporate you into the pass game, but the creativity and the ways he was able to get you the ball in the run game?
Man, I never knew he had that type of offensive mind, honestly. Coming in and being able, sit in those meetings and just hear the way he talks, and the way he dissects defense, and the way he sees things. It taught me a lot, and that's the thing, you're never at a point where you not feel like you're learning in this game. And so to be able to come out and do that, and then him allow me to, get to know me and what type of player I am and allow me to put my spin on the game, I think it was amazing.
Josh, last year you eclipsed 1,300 yards, and a lot of the offense was on your shoulders. First year here in Green Bay, and that's what you were able to accomplish it. How do you replicate that or do better?
Man, I think it's going to get a lot easier. You want to know why? Because I think, we got a lot of guys. Obviously, this guy, he's the head guy, but we got a lot of guys on the offensive side that can get the ball and be explosive. And I think that we're going to get them the ball and be explosive. So it's going to make my job a lot easier, So I'm just looking forward to it, really.
So, Jordan, I'm going to go to you now. Obviously, a lot of investment into this offense. They've retooled the offensive line a little bit through free agency. They invested in the receiving position, taking not one, but two receivers in the draft. And so now you have a little more to play with, right? How does that feel?
It's awesome. As a quarterback, that's what you want. You want to have those weapons. Got to spread the ball around, too. And like I said, we got a pretty good guy right here to be able to get the ball to in the run game and the pass game. And then we can spread it to the receivers, tight end room. So we got a lot of guys, and I'm excited to see what we're all about.
Jordan, the big question for me is this organization has done a great job of keeping a top-tier quarterback, right? It goes from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. They reward you with the contract that you deserve. And so now these high expectations are set by the success you've already created. How has it been dealing with those expectations each and every year?
Yeah, I think that's part of the job. It's always what did you do last year and what are you trying to do this year? You know, how are you trying to build upon that? So, like you said, the contract came with a lot of things, definitely a lot of expectations. And just being here in Green Bay, the expectation is bring home that Super Bowl, you know, bring that Lombardi trophy back home. So we always feel that. We talk about it every meeting. We talk about filling that. We got a void in the meeting room with the empty trophy. How we fill that void. So the coaches set the expectations, the fans set the expectations, but it's all here. So it's about rising to that level.
So go ahead.
Talk about the empty spot that you got in the meeting room. You just gave like a tour of the lockers, right? So, you know, I mean, listen, the league ain't like college, right? In college, they're like everybody's getting a new facility constantly because they're competing. What was that like for you guys, man, to have a new spot and then also for you to be the voice of the crib?
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, it makes coming to, you know, do your job a lot more comfortable. You know, you got all the things that you would have, you know, if you was to be able to do it, you know, on your own. And just being able to see how excited the guys was and to actually have a, you know, a player locker room where guys can, you know, really interact with each other and, you know, spend more time with each other. I think it's huge, you know, just for the dynamic of our team. But man, they really outdid themselves with that.
They're showing the locker room right now. You guys can't see it, but it's special. And this place is special. Like, you look around, this training camp sold out. People lined up in the streets right now to see you guys. And it's like, what is it, day 3 of training camp playing here in Green Bay? What kind of expectations did you have coming here, and how has this exceeded them?
Man, I mean, I didn't know what it was going to be like. You know, you always hear about how special it is. And obviously, you know, the rich history, you know it's special. But you never really get to experience it until you're here. And to see the way that this community really values this team and puts their all into this team, I don't think it's really too much like it in the NFL. I mean, it really gives me a college feel. And I really feel like it brings, you know, the love and the joy of the game, you know, back. So for me, man, I love it, man. I'm trying to take it in.
Jordan?
That's special. Like you said, just the fans out here at training camp every day, riding the bikes over with the kids and just having the fans lined up the whole way. So that's a special place. They love the team. They love the Packers, and we'll see us go win.
All right, we gotta go. So on the way out, the Packers this season are blank, are what?
Try to be Super Bowl champions.
There we go.
Come on, man.
That's it. I was just
Also, too, though, the NFL, we love. Congratulations.
Yes, a marriage, yes.
Very much. Thank you.
Really amazing, man.
Appreciate that,
Congrats.
RC.
Now you got a quarterback as a married man now, man.
A little different, though. Nah, ain't nothing different, man.
We love from Jordan Love. All right, guys, we appreciate it. We'll let you go. Thank you so much. All right. So we're going to say goodbye to Josh Jacobs and Jordan Love. Bye. Nice to meet you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We're going to have some defense. Some defensive guys now come over here. Here we go.
How we bring some defense up?
Sean Gary, Kenny Clark, come on over. Hi, how are you? I'm Shae. Nice to meet you. Hi, how are you? Oh, good. And for a hug. Nice to meet you. Come on, sit down. We're live on the air. Let's just all remember that. We're live here at SportsCenter continues 50 days. We're here from Packers camp as now we've got some defensive stars in the house. And guys, I'll start this out how I asked the offensive guys. How did the day go out there?
Robert Kenny, man, it went great. It's day 3 of camp. And you know, we flying around defensive wise. We won today in the competition. Guys flying around, we doing our thing.
See, now they didn't tell me that. Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs did not say the defense won today. But
they gonna hold on to that information like that. But like Kenny said, day 3, man, defense flying around. Second year in this game with Coach Half, and hey, you see the confidence, and you know, he's got to be consistent.
And that's what I want to ask you about too, though, Rashawn, is, you know, you've been a star. I remember seeing you when it was time for you to make your commitment as a 5-star. And you've been a star in this league as well, continuously putting pressure on the quarterback. I love the aggressiveness that Jeff Hafley coached with last year. What's the expectations for this defense in this second year as the defense coordinator?
Yeah, just to be improved from last year, man. The number one thing he's coaching, man, is getting a punch out of tips, man. Trying to lead the league in turnovers, and you see the aggression today with every time we tag off on the ball, every punch out the ball. We're being very intentional, but man, that's the next step for us, man, to be consistent and turn over the ball. Because the more we get turnovers, the more the offense will score, and the more we will score.
How about for you, Kenny?
Man, I think last year was a huge step for us defensive wise, and we playing fast, and we got to just keep improving. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of great players, and the biggest thing we've been preaching on everybody just being consistent and chasing greatness. You know what I'm saying? I think you've seen a lot of guys be great, you know, on this defense, and it's different spurts at different times. If we do that collectively and just be consistent with it. The sky's the limit with our defense.
Look, you guys are going to have to play fast. You're in a really competitive division in the NFC North. Everyone's getting better every single year. And so I know there's wide goals, obviously, but when you look around the division, it starts week 1, right? The Lions are coming to town. Where's the focus there?
Man, it started, like you said, it started week 1. We went 1-5 in the division. That can't happen, and it all started week 1, man. We excited to play Detroit, but we're going to keep working here and, take it day by day. Yeah, just like Kenny said, man, just focus on week 1, but it starts today, and it starts every day throughout all the time until we get there. So today was a good day, good stepping stone. But like Kenny said, we have to be consistent on all 3 levels of the defense, and that's what we're pushing towards. So we keep doing what we got to do throughout camp. We got joint practices coming up, lock in, focus, and by the time game 1 is going to be a show.
Every player has told me they went 1-5 against the division. Do you think it's ingrained in their brain? You guys know it, right? Something you guys have obviously talked about. Go ahead, Ryan.
RG, the thing for me, too, is when you play in Green Bay, it's much like Pittsburgh, right? The expectations are championships. And you guys have been on the cusp of that many years under Matt LaFleur. What's it going to take for you to take that next step and bring that Lombardi back to title time?
Yeah, number 1 is always being consistent, and our best players got to be, game time players. So making sure me and Kenny, if it's time to get home or it's time to get TFL, we got to do that. Same for X. And then it goes to offense, same for Josh 10. We need our best guys to be, you feel me, game mode when it's game time. That's right. Yeah, man, the standard is standard. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, our best players got to show up in those huge games. And, I didn't been to 3 NFC championships. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no more time to waste. Going into year 10, I'm trying to get to a Super Bowl. And like I said earlier, start training camp and taking it day by day.
Kenny, how do you reboot after those losses? I went to the Super Bowl, actually lost to Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, and I know how difficult it is to get to the cusp, right? To be right on the edge and not get it done. How have you tried to rebound from those things, and what have you learned?
Man, just understanding that, it's a year-to-year league. You know what I'm saying? Every year is different. And just our organization, like we said earlier, it's all about winning here. It's a winning tradition. So they're gonna bring the best players in and do everything they can to make sure we win. And it's our job to just take care of that.
What's the emphasis for the defense? Stopping the run, getting after the quarterback. Like, where do you guys have where's the emphasis?
Really just causing havoc on all 3 levels, like I said, and just being consistent. We know when all 3 levels is playing, flying around, communicating, we all playing at a high level. Same. Playing fast, playing physical, and getting turnovers.
RG, listen, I'm a football nut, right? So I understand the impact that you have on each and every game, even if the sacks don't say it in some games. Shae was talking to me earlier, and we were saying it's like Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Trey Hendrickson are just the names that are ahead of you. How do you take that next step to where you become that household name that everybody understands the way that you impact each and every game you play in?
Number 1, just being consistent. Being consistent. That's from stopping a run to causing havoc in play action, to causing havoc in the pass and getting the quarterback down on the ground and just being me. That's all I got to do, focus on being me and just keep on growing my game, and the world going to see.
Now, I'm not going to lie, Rashawn, I did see a video of you taking a quiz about the Midwest, and you've been here too long to not know what a bubbler is.
Water fountain now.
You know now.
What is this?
Yeah.
It's a water fountain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm already saying it's like where you go wash your clothes.
It's a water fountain.
Hey, he knows the answer. Hey, don't play it, RG, man. He knows exactly what it is.
And the puppy chow, you got to know what that is too. Do you know what puppy chow is?
I don't know what that is.
It's a dessert. It's a dessert that they eat around.
Okay.
But it's something that they feed dogs, though.
No, it's not. It's like Chex Mix and peanut butter. It's delicious. We'll have to. Someone's gonna have to make it and bring it to the defensive guys. No, it's been a way too long. But I'm glad we know now what the bubbler is. So that's good news, guys. We really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary here from Packers camp. We're gonna send it back to Bristol. We'll be back.